Hello everybody and welcome back to SpeedForce Racing. My name is JB and I'll be taking you through tonight's proceedings if I don't choke on my own tongue midway through the intro. But before we do anything else here in GP3, let's have a look at the championship standings because it's currently a Ferrari 1 and 2. F1 take some notice because Sven is leading the championship ahead of his teammate in P2. Stam bringing the Williams charge in P3 ahead of the raging Renaults in P4 and P5. Friedrich heading his teammate Luke Beck. Vestili is in P6 and Topics is in P7. Widelow Billy, though he is not here tonight after being very naughty in the chat, is in P8 and Fester is in P9. Dr. Special Energy is in P10. Gaming Things is in P11 and Lenel is in P12. Psychomich is in P13. GA is in P14 and Ash is in P15. Alsan is in P16. Clarkson is in P17 and Chris Can is in P18. RDB is in P19 and Sigurd is in P20. Let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship because it's still a rather Italian affair because Ferrari is in P1 ahead of Alfa Romeo in P2. Then come the Anglo-French team, of Renault in P3 ahead of Red Bull in P4. Mercedes is in P5. Racing Point is in P6 and Haas is in P7. Toro Rosso, or is it AlphaTauri, we're not sure yet, is in P8 ahead of Williams in P9. McLaren dropping at the back of the championship in P10. Not on my own tonight. As always, joined by Mr. Controversial himself, it is Alex. Alex, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm good, thank you. I need to first issue a public apology. I don't know if you saw this in the group chat last week.
I did.
Psychomich asked me to do a public apology, but I negate the public apology. Psychomich, you're in a Haas, so I don't care for you. Thank you. That is my fault. I'm obviously joking.
That's a bit Haas, isn't it? Oh, getting it in before the racing starts.
No, you can't do 1-1 now. You've done
the thing is, no, I've got it all backed up because I haven't been doing them from the other streams. I've been waiting all week just for you.
Don't say they were backed up. I actually think it's something else.
I mean, that too. I can't help it.
Jesus.
You're damn cooking.
Swore. I almost swore. Didn't swear. But no, I think we're ready to go here in GP3.
Well, yeah,
the Ferrari's controversially trademan and Sven last week. Will they pull any more controversial moves, or will they be able to get a 1-2, but this time in a racing fashion? We sure hope so. But the Scuderia, if they get a 1-2, JB, I hate to think that it's going to be similar to last week.
I think it will be interesting to see what happens. Hopefully, I mean, Hockenheim is a race circuit, as much like Silverstone, but not to the best in the world. Hockenheim's a great circuit. It's actually the first circuit I ever took to a track in league racing. All those years ago. Yeah, I know, I love this track. But yeah, this is... I don't love everything. I really don't like Japan, but that's coming.
That's one of the best tracks in the game.
No, that's when I got killed for the first time in league racing at that track by someone who actually stole my win in season 1.
All I'll say is that is a poor choice of words when it comes to Japan.
I wasn't going there.
I know you weren't, but I just, for any viewers, JB didn't...
By technicality, he didn't die there.
No, right, we're not going to go into that.
Yeah.
Just to say...
I supported him from 2013. I was on his team. Anyway, where was I going? Anyway, this track is incredibly difficult. It's turn 1, though. I know you haven't been in the car for a while. I haven't been in the car for a while. But turn 1 hasn't really got any easier over the years. If you look at it, it's such a sharp... It's basically a one-line corner, or you're going off the track, or you're getting a corner cut. We saw it last night in GP4. It was hectic. It was crash-heavy. And obviously, the admins brought in a new rule last week that if you are found guilty of causing an incident on lap 1, you will, and I say will, receive a qualifying ban for the next race. There's a few in GP4.
Can I ask you a question about the rule? Is that if it's a racing incident?
Incident is exempt from that rule. So,
Sweet.
Say if I ran into the back of you and you span round and then took out Psychomich, for instance, right? Psychomich hit you. That's a racing incident. You wouldn't get penalised for that. I would get penalised because I hit you and touched you out.
Okay.
Interesting fact. And it's great that you brought it up because it isn't totally clear, but it does work. That rule is now put in place to hopefully make people keep it calm on lap 1 because you cannot win the race on lap 1. As many times as drivers think that, you can't. It's as simple as that. I mean, you can lose the race on lap 1, and you can ruin other people's race on lap 1.
Especially around Hockenheim, you know, we saw it this year with the interesting weather. It's a circuit you can overtake. Dive bombs are plenty. Daniel Ricciardo's hunting grounds, I like to call it. But you know, it's going to be a good race. I think it's going to be. I think whoever gets out in front after lap 2 wins it. For me personally, I think that's just the nature of the circuit. It's a good racetrack, but if you can get ahead, you can get ahead here.
I did, the guy that won the race last night in GP4, I won't say who, rides a motorbike.
It was me.
No, he won the race from 16th place.
Yeah, but when did he touch the lead?
He touched the lead during the first pit stops because he was on the alternate strategy, and that was not in lap 2.
Did the leaders have an incident together?
No. Strategic.
Okay, he was just mightily quick. But no, I'm sticking to my theory tonight. Who's in the lead on lap 2 will go on and win the race.
We shall see what happens, though, as we head on to track time. Now, we have qualifying before the race. What can happen? Last night it was wet to dry qualifying, which was mightily impressive, where a rookie debutant took the pole position in the form of Maggi. Yeah, his name's Maggi. Awesome name. Yeah. So he is on that. This accent doesn't make no as mad as in nuts and in G. I'm unsure what that means.
G.
As you can tell, this accent is not very current, so I'm not sure what that means.
Mad gangster.
I was going to do a joke there, but I can't remember what the running joke is. No, I can't do it. Anyway, so we're heading over to qualifying now. What will happen in this 18-minute qualifying session, though, around Mercedes Playground, Germany? Drivers are...
It wasn't their playground this year.
You know, the only reason that Hockenheim stayed on the calendar for 2019 was because Mercedes paid for it. They wanted it for the 125th anniversary, and look what happened!
So why did they only sign a 1-year contract, then?
Because that's why. Mercedes only wanted that. They only wanted it for this year. They're very selfish. But Hockenheim, it's wet again! 2 in a row for the qualifying sessions being wet here in Hockenheim. Ooh. Hey, Alex, are you about to see some drivers slip and slide?
Gotta love a bit of slip and slide, that's for sure. I think this is just going to help the Ferraris, though. Team Ferrari.
I don't know, because there are some definite standouts in the wet driving. One Mercedes here tonight, one Renault
missing
tonight.
Again.
Yeah, I wonder what's up with Luke. It's okay. Well, Laser Lord saying that, hoping that GP2 isn't wet for tomorrow's race. I don't know, because right now we're 0 for 2 on dry races as drivers. Now power out on the track. I believe we had Chris first
Chris is getting out first.
This is his home Grand Prix
already.
This is Chris Can's home Grand Prix, the 49 car in the McLaren. This is his first time driving at Hockenheim in his home Grand Prix in SFR.
So far? Has he got on the podium? Has he scored points? What's this?
Chris is quite far down in the championship, but he is a brilliant driver. We've seen him a few times. But again,
has he scored points yet?
I believe he has. You can see
the standings. I can.
You can see the standings as well. They're in the admin chat. Not the admin chat. The other chat. You know what I mean?
There's in the racetrack chat.
No, it's in the commentator chat.
Otherwise known as our data. Let me go check our data.
So Chris is out on track now.
I totally didn't have notifications set now.
I'm cold, so I'm laying in bed now.
Chris, he scored points out in Britain. He got 8 points. What is that? Is that 7?
No, yeah, maybe. I think so. Maybe 6.
So
but
he'll
Chris,
be wanting to either match that or better it. That's for sure.
Most definitely. As we see now, Chris about to start his lap here in Germany. Shall we run through a lap with him?
Car of the season.
Yeah, I'd agree.
So do you want me to take you to a lap, or are you going to do it?
You may.
Okay, so we're going down here. There's very short DRS right here, and obviously no DRS active. But as we go to the first corner, very easy to invalidate, very easy to get wrong in the wet conditions, even in the dry. So goodbye, Chris. There had to be off a little bit more than you would have been hoping. Now you've got a break here. You really have to get your line correct here, because you can lose a couple tenths. Gets his tyre on the curb there, not going to help him there, but he gets a nice line out, one tyre on the curb. He's done right, no DRS active. This is a long DRS straight curve, I'll call it. Very nice overtaking spot here. But Chris, hopefully he can do alright. A bit of lag, it seemed on my end there from Chris. But as he turns to the hairpin now, this is a really easy corner to overtake on as well. We'll see that throughout the race, I'm sure of it. Now we're going to more of the technical tight part of the circuit. It's been a solid lap for Chris so far. And now braking here, it's very easy to run off wide and go down that area. He does it very well, like, sticks to the apex quite well. Here we go, the sector 3. This is possibly one of the hardest sectors on the F1 game, in terms of qualifying as well, because you can invalidate super duper easy around here. So now he's going to go through here. I'll show you the corner where it's super easy to invalidate and spin out. This bit's okay, but as you break through here, he goes up the corner here, up the hill, it's a bit slippy, the back end not enjoying it. This corner here is quite difficult in the wet. He managed to do quite well. The final corner now, this is where it's going to be an invalidation or not an invalidation. Whoa. He runs a bit wide. Could that be curtains on his lap? I don't know. Well, the stewards saying he lost time there. He goes across the line. It's pole by 1:24.5.
Well done to Chris, who set it, but the 23 is taken by Topics. Well done to the Racing Point driver to immediately take it. But yes, this track incredibly difficult. There are count them, three DRS zones at this track. As Sven goes fastest by 8/10 of a second. Show off.
Yeah, first, unfortunately, they're not really getting the lap he would have wanted. Distilly there in second, though, keeping the Ferrari honest. We got Clarkson coming up around now. Blagfell coming with a 22.9. Poor Chris, he's just not. That was a solid lap for him as well. Clarkson, though, almost matching him 20 thousandths off the time. Friedrich in 7th. So far, though, so interesting.
It truly is interesting. Obviously, we know that the skid pan at this track is actually being addressed for next year. As I pop my back like a packet of Pringles there, that really hurt. Skid pan, drag strip. That's what it's called.
I'm watching Psycho Mitch here. Just see whether I can whether I can be like, whether I can compliment him as a lap. He goes 9th fastest, beats Friedrich and me now. No offense to Psycho Mitch there, but you'd expect those guys to go faster. So
initial laps though, they're out on intermediate tyres. They're out, well, except for Dodge Special Energy, who's considering a move on the slicks. He thinks it will be heading to slick weather soon.
It doesn't look like it. From my
they could be running on incredibly high fuel loads just to get the laps in. They could do loads of laps on these tyres.
Absolutely, and the Ferraris 2nd and 5th. I wouldn't have predicted that. Maybe I got my prediction wrong. But he's now in 11th as well. Something went wrong in his lap there for sure because he's 6 seconds off the pace. So Badger now filling in the Williams is going to get blocked by Hagen if Hagen's not careful. Badger coming through the stadium section now, heading up towards the infamous drag strip that ended so many drivers' races in 2019, as the will not affect the battling Badger as he comes through. He's managed to have a shower, so he's not as smelly as he was last night. Crossing the line now is P9. Also, good thing
Hagen's out! Hagen out at turn 1! This
JB
time,
has a heart attack.
No, heart's fine. The Hagen isn't though. That's not got the luck that Charles Leclerc had in 2018, because that is a big incident, and that's going to put a dent.
I mean, improves by 2/10. Can't get a position on Badger though, but he's closer. That's better than anything.
Where's Stam?
He's somewhere.
Stam is now running down into the second sector. You know what? You know the long DRS straight that isn't straight? Do you know what that's called? Just to make it even more complicated. The track official title of that corner, the F1 don't use it, because they can choose whether they use it or not. The track's official title for that is called the Parabolica. Yep.
I didn't know we were in Italy.
I think it's called that. The chance of. I think it's the type of corner.
The back end again. Not good for Lee. He would have lost like at least half a second there. But I think this will be a much better representation of his time.
Stam goes 3rd as more drivers are now bolting on the the slick tyres. Lee's going to go P8 after putting a representative lap now. And
so
the rain
is going to get dry.
The rain is definitely stopping, isn't it, Alex?
It's not. No, I disagree.
I don't think it's getting heavier.
I don't know what you're saying, mate. Only Chris has opted for the soft tyres.
It might just be teasing us.
The Ferrari's right. I don't think it's going to drive in time, mate. It's getting a bit wetter, I think. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, I think if it doesn't start drying off by about 8 minutes to go, we won't get any slick running. We had this last night in qualifying. So this will be interesting to see what all the drivers can do. Stam on a lap time now in the Williams. The Greek driver, who's that's the wrong button, is looking to be third in the championship. He already is third in the championship. He's looking to make it even further up as he tries to catch the flying Ferraris. 6 tenths down on his time though as he runs on it. So let's move off and have a look at Clarkson in the Alpha.
I think that's also a reason for it getting heavier. The times are going down, mate. You know, we've seen the lead improve a little bit, but no one's been able to touch that 129 after the beginning. Look at the onboards, mate. I think it's not. If it's not getting heavier, it's definitely not dissipating.
Yeah, I'm in the same situation as you. I cannot tell if it's getting heavier or if it's getting drier. At certain points of the track, I believe it's getting heavier. A third sector definitely is heavier. For first sector, I think it's a little bit lighter. Badger wide as he comes through the final corner now.
I'm watching Bastille on board. It looks heavier, mate. It looks like it's gradually getting heavier.
Badger, yeah, you know what? I think the rain is getting heavier here in qualifying. So drivers may just have to go out for wet weather running to see what will happen.
Chris has opted for the inters now. Chris has opted for the inters now, so I think that puts pain to him going on a soft run here. Is he going to do dry weather in the race, though? It's going to be interesting.
Well, we've not been told. Thanks, Dan, for enjoying that. Did you like the thumbnail as well? So I worked pretty hard on that.
Is he talking about your pornographic film that you released?
Yeah. No, I released a GT Sport video earlier, so that's all nice and fun. If anyone feels like watching that, message me after the race and I'll send you a link.
To his pornographic film?
No, that's only for you. Friedrich on a lap time now in the Renault. You can't make those jokes and expect me not to turn it back on you.
I want Chris to put in a good lap. Chris to go to top of the side with the Williams there. I didn't know which Williams that was. I think it wasn't Badger, it was Stan. Stan out like that, split side by side with Chris. That's scary for Chris, surely. He definitely didn't want that.
He's took a 10th up, though. The rain's definitely heavier as they come through the Parabolica. And he's up a 10th. Sector 1 and 2, we have a yellow flag. As there's a minor improvement, I think, by... I don't know who improved it. I think it was Trainman who improved it. No, Gaming Thing's currently P2 out of all of this. Chris, completely missed that.
Chris, obviously, as well as it's fair to say, everyone will get a free tyre choice if the race is dry, so it's really just racing for position. There's no strategy in this now.
Yeah, there really isn't, unless the race is going to be wet as well.
Which it could be, but, you know... What's the chance? It could be a great chance.
6 tenths he's gained. So Chris, he had a tough first lap. He's up 6 tenths now. This is going to put the cat among the pigeons. He's opting around P5, maybe P6 territory right now for the German in the McLaren. Through the final couple of corners towards the penultimate corner now. Skid pad wide. He's got to get this right this time, and he has.
He's done better.
Where can the home hero go? No DRS. Gonna be close. It's very close. It's P8.
He'll be very happy with that.
I'd be happy with P8. P8's good.
That's that's sort of the best of the rest. Because you look at the top 7, they're in a league of their own at the minute.
Ash! Oh, very good catch from the Frenchman in the Red Bull. Don't normally get to say that, but he did well to catch that. Sorry.
It appears like the best of the rest, really, for Chris there. I think he'll be happy with that because the rest of them are in their own little league. Look. Each other.
I think the aim for any GP3 driver is to beat Badger, who raced in GP4. That's the aim for any GP3 driver. But we know Gary. Gary's a consistent driver. I've raced against him for a long time. So we know how quick he is.
I'm currently watching Trainman. He's a man to watch for me.
Look at GA now. Crossing the line now. It's a quick lap time. It's P8. Matching his teammate and bittering him.
Well, yeah, but Chris is on another push lap by looks at it, my friend, so watch out.
Is he? Whoa! Dog Special Energy struggling in his racing point.
I'd like to see a little battle between the McLarens for P8, that'd be quite nice. Even better, going against the other guys.
I think that'd be great to see what they can do. Oh, Chris is on a push lap. He's only a smidgen up in Sector 2 on his last time. He went a little bit more aggressive this time through the penultimate corner. Now towards the line. What can it be? It is P5 for the German. That's a cracking lap time.
I feel like your telemetry's a bit off there. You said he was a smidgen up and he's just jumped over 3 seconds.
I said a smidgen up in Sector 2.
He's beating Trainman.
He is, but he was a smidgen up in Sector 2. Sector 2, though, for Trainman, he was 5 tenths up. So I don't think that Chris is going to be in front for much longer. Not to be any mean to Chris, but Trainman, unless he has a dreadful third sector...
I don't
think
think
he's going to be up top.
I don't think that's going to put Chris in a bad way. As a trademark can score side pole position.
That's a phenomenal lap time. A 1:29 dead.
No, all I'm saying, my prediction could come to fruition here. Keep watching.
Oh, is he saying? You want it to be
Friedrich's
your
not doing
prediction,
mediums. The rain is dissipating, mate.
Not going to have time enough for it to drain away, though. No,
But
we
it
will
is
not have
dissipating.
slip running.
So that means the track is going to get faster. So
That
all
is for
times
sure,
are
yeah.
such. So the times are essentially now out the window. No offense to. Oh, Sam's gone off. That's
find out?
unfortunate. You can go, but you can get
It's
back
not.
in the pits and get a new set on because he's unless he's gonna. He must do because he's not. It's hard. Yeah, he's going to opt to go to the pits and get a new set on.
You know what the worst part of the situation is for Chris, though? Just to say, I know that it sounds like we're just going on about Chris right now.
Sorry, mate. The topics are not different than the soft tyre. Can we see someone bite the bullet here?
Well, as we head towards the last few minutes of qualifying, if we do see someone come out, I will switch the setup from fitted tyres to best lap tyres. So we can see, as Lee now is wide. Now, Lee has a history of pit lanes, as I like to bring up every time, and this is another possible one. We can see Lee decides to be in pit lane. Oh, is he? Because he caught that nicely. He almost ended up in the barrier running up on the curve now, as we look at Doc Special Energy. He's 15 seconds up on his last lap time. I should hope so too, seeing as he did a 46.0 as we look at Jordan in the racing point. Alex, what are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for them to get in the mix, really. You can tell he's not enjoying these conditions in the racing point, but if he can get in the mix, that's always better than being 19 seconds under. As he comes across the line, P14. Good job.
It's a more representative lap time.
The track's going to get faster. Vasili's out on the lap.
That's
No, he's not. He's caught behind Badger.
No. Lee has a history as well with pit lanes, Daniel. Bundy does as well. I'm the only one that hasn't.
Guys, these guys are setting the softs and the rain stopped. The rain stopped with 3 minutes to go.
The rain has not stopped. It stopped on track. In Sector 3, it's still raining. But in Sector 1, it has stopped.
Interesting. Do you think that someone's going to bite the bullet here and go for it?
It's going to be very close. And with the laptop, lots of people are opting for the softs. So we're going to see what happens.
No offense to Slam, but he may have made a major error. He can go, if he pushes, he can possibly go out again.
I think all drivers, Dr. Special Energy and Badger are the ones that have to get to pit lane now. Like, Dr. Special Energy, he's on a push lap to pit lane. Remember, he's got to be wheeled in. He's got to get the monitor down, get the tyres changed, and then get back out again, all in under, hopefully, 30 seconds, so we can get a lap time in.
It's going to be tight, isn't it? That's for sure.
Sector 1, yellow flags. DRS has been enabled. We are green. This is a now racetrack with slick tyres opted on. As we see Badger slipping a wheel off. It's still going to be a bit greasy out there, but my God, guys, get out on those slicks. Topics, first man out.
Stam's got a hope here, but it's looking bleak.
I think Badger may be the one in biggest trouble right now. Badger round. That's it for Badger. We are going to swap now onto best tyre life. So we can see which drivers have done what. Gamey out on the soft. Topics will be our first driver on the slick compounder tyres.
It'll be Chris.
Will it? Where's Chris? It is Chris. Do apologise. The German is going to be first. He first out on track in the Inters. He's very excited tonight, isn't he? He said he was nervous.
Trainman is not going to come out again, though. Does that mean? Oh, no, he's coming on the mediums.
Is he going to make it?
Are they? The Ferraris might not make this.
This can be very interesting as we now look to Chris in the McLaren. The German is coming through the final corner to start his lap time. He will not get another lap in. This is crunch time, and it could be pole if he gets this right. He won't though, because he cut that corner.
He's pushing still. He's pushing.
I think that's invalidated.
He's still pushing, my dude.
Let's have a look at the onboard telemetry. DRS is enabled. So we are on to the second DRS straight of the lap. Sector 1 is waving with yellow flags. So it's Paul Marshall's. And RDB's out.
Chris here, though, if this race is still going, can you win the lucky ones here? Are the Ferraris going to make it round, JB?
Ash out too. 30 seconds remain of the session. This has been an enthralling qualifying session so far, and it's not done yet.
Keep your eyes on the Ferraris. I think they're the ones to watch right now.
Well, I'm going to keep my eye on the drivers on a push lap right now, and that's Chris and a few others. We're going to.
I'll keep my eyes on the Ferraris.
We've not seen them.
I think Sven's going to make it. I don't think Trey
will make it. Yeah. Oh, Chris out into the gravel. The McLaren's absolutely bottled the lap.
Right. Sven's on. Trainman got there just.
That is a record. Qualifying now over. Stam, Badger, Clarkson and Doc Special Energy will not make it to do slick laps. And Chris has bailed out of his lap time. Heartbreak for the hometown hero. He made a mistake, and that's it. I think out the top 10.
Jamie's going to be the first big hitter to go across the line here. The issue is for him is that, unfortunately, Trademan's retired.
Stam is going to block Gamey if he's not careful. What can Gamey do as he tries?
Topics in top 3.
Topics is now in the top 3. Gamey things looking to make this. He can make this pole position. DRS is going to open on Gamey's car. Psychomich fastest. Gamey things faster. GA even faster.
Sven's been blocked by Friedrich, not intentionally though. I think Friedrich's just struggling with...
Lionel looking for pole position tonight by a huge margin of over a second. Lang fell.
Look at this.
The GP2 driver. We're looking at Lang right now on stream. What can Lang do? It's going to be close. I think Lang is going to sneak this. He does by another second.
Jack's just got faster and faster. Sven, did you cross the line here though?
It's Friedrich. Is it Friedrich? I don't know. Friedrich looks like he's Friedrich's P5. Who's on pole? I think it's Sven.
No. I think it's Lee.
No, because Lang was on pole last time we saw. It's not Lee.
It's Lang. It's Lang.
It's Langval on pole by 6/10 of a second ahead of Sven in P2. Lionel in P3. That's a good start for the Toro Rosso ahead of GA in P4. Friedrich is in P5 and Gaming Things is in P6. The Vestley is in P7. Psychomich is in P8 and Treyman is in P9. He'll get free choice to tyre choice though.
He will.
Topics is in P10. Out to the top 10 and with definite free choice for tyre choice are Stam in P11, Chris in P12, Badger in P13, Ash in P14, Clarkson in P15, Doc Special Energy in P16, Hagen and RDB in 17th and 18th. Oh, I don't need the race now.
Can we take a break? That was amazing. I feel sorry for Chris. He was the first one out and I think the track just got faster and faster.
Well, he had to bail out of his lap time because he ran out into the gravel and the time was gone.
Maybe even so, I think even if he crossed the line, he wouldn't have made a big impression because the track just got faster and faster.
Lionel already jumping in saying that Jordan's preparing for another week without me. You don't want to see the admin chat. Oh my god, the amount of jokes in there.
Innuendo, guys, innuendo.
Yeah, it really is. Treyman, long way back. Yeah, but he's on free tyre choice. That is the question. Strategy last night was a good one-stop from the mediums to the hard compound by racing Podge, which in fact won him the race.
Get in there, Peter.
Questions will ask, though, what will happen? And I wonder if Sven will complain that he was blocked by the Norwegian.
I can't, because the Norwegian was on a lap.
Yeah, that's the thing. People always forget that.
You can't have a go at being blocked because he was on a lap. Yes, you're faster, but that means you're more confident. There's no case there.
Yeah, exactly. I had so many people saying that I was blocking people when I wasn't. I was on a lap time. The amount of times I've had many arguments with people doing that.
Yeah, no one outside the top 10 is on the soft tyres. But you've got Stam on the hard tyres, possibly in the box seat for this race. Chris in the mediums, Badger mediums, Ash mediums, DJ Clarkson hard, and the other three, Special D, Hagen, and RDB. On the hard tyres, mate.
Seen RGB yet, so we'll have a look.
This is going to be amazing. I think unfortunately we got 5-6 drivers here. I've got on the wrong strategy. Langfell, Sven, Lee, GA, Gamey, and Topic. I think going to struggle, especially Topic.
Well, here's the thing though. They might be on the wrong strategy, but especially for Lee, who's really struggled the last few weeks, he's currently in the best position to get out of turn 1 without getting destroyed. Turn 1 is so sharp that it can end in major trauma and we saw it last night. We saw a driver actually leaving track and rejoining it and planting another driver into the wall.
Right. Before you ask, I'm going to watch the hometown hero. I don't know if this is his hometown in Hockenheim.
Well, he's German, so...
Home country hero. Sole German representative here.
I believe
he's
him and P. Volters are the only
somewhat
Germans.
German helmet. He's wearing a somewhat German helmet.
I like his German helmet.
And,
I like
you
it.
know, and he's representing his home circuit today. He's got 2 Williams in between him, which normally if you're McLaren you'd be quite excited. We know Badger and we know Sam will push him the entire way because we're not on realistic cars.
So, eyes on the McLaren in P12. The AI taking control as they run now towards the line. The AI will line them up. The marshals waving the green flag as is customary on the first pace lap. What will happen? No, green flag.
Did you ever got that glitch where what's his name, Jeff goes, "You're in his dirty air on the line."
Yeah.
It's starting the race. It's like, "You're in his dirty air. Get off him." It's like,
yeah, I had that.
Start the race, Jeff.
Apparently, an esports driver told Jeff to shut up live on stream, which was quite entertaining.
Anyway, here we go.
To 5 red lights as the cars clip. Now to 5 red lights here in Germany, waiting for the flag to be rescinded and the lights to start. There they are, the lights are coming on, following the lights on the gantry. We're up to 5 red lights here in Hockenheim. The lights are on and the lights are out. Now it's a long hold. It's a good start though from Langfell in P1. As you see Sven trying to cut down and 3 wide. Trainman is trying to pass someone, leads through the turn 1 and chaos begins. GA is out. Chris is span. What happened there, Alex?
I just got caught. They tried to go 4 into 1. Didn't work.
More contact. Virtual safety car deployed. And there's contact. Trainman has damage on the front nose of the Ferrari. He has cut a corner and gained a place.
Topics is glitching for me. Where's Topics for you?
Topics is in P17.
You got the ghost car stuck in him of GA. That's a weird glitch. I feel sorry for Topics there.
GA out of this race on lap 1, and that will be a hefty day for the stewards. But look at that, Friedrich is currently in P4 as Vesely's dropping back. What's happened?
Vesely's spun.
Oh, he's Bottas'd it.
He's done a Grosjean, but unfortunately...
No, well, he hasn't done it at the safety car. Bottas did it on safety car restart at Hungary last year, if you remember.
I don't. But,
no, not Hungary, sorry, it's China.
What a start from Trainman.
Green flag racing here, and who's got the jump? As I'm going to have to interrupt Alex. We're back to green flag racing as Sven tried to get the run on the Norwegian in front, but Lang is too quick. Lienel holding on currently in P3, but he's going to have to fight against the other Norwegian of Friedrich now as they come round to complete the first lap for the first time here at Hockenheim. What a start.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously it's a great race right now. Interestingly for me, mate, you've just got to look at the current conditions, and it looks good for Sven right now. He looks faster, but Langfell obviously keep trying to defend the position. I don't know much about Lang. I don't think he's been here that often this season.
Lang's in GP2.
Sweet. That's why I don't know who he is. But here comes Ugo Trainman on Psychovic, the other Haas. You've got 2 battles between Ferrari and Haas's. I know, with a Renault and a Honda-powered car in the middle.
GA, come into voices opinions in the chat. I know, mate, it seems bad luck. Please take it to the stewards and we'll get it sorted. Under the new rules.
Just come out of the pits. Mate, look at this. The Ferrari's all over the back of the house right now.
There is time. No, there's been a mistake. There's been a mistake by Gamey Things, who's trying to get past Hagen. Hagen, who's had a monstrous start from the back of the grid, is currently in P9. He went a little bit deep though, and now Gamey's going to try and get past him.
Trainman's got damage. I've just seen the Ferrari. Trainman's got damage.
He got damage on the first start. Gamey Things on the inside. This is not an overtaking zone. Gamey being very aggressive now as he tries to get past the drivers in front. Langberg, oh, he's forced it wide now, but Hagen dropping behind both Red Bulls. I wonder whether Hagen will complain there. Yes, Trainman got damage under the virtual safety car.
You want my opinion on that one? He can game you with side by side with them going into the corner.
I wasn't looking. I was sort of jumping between 2 screens, so I don't know. That's why I said he could argue. Oh, Red Bull! That's not on at all. Christian Horner's going to be tearing what little hair he's got left out.
Who's going to be thinking he's in 2015 right now? I'm second Trainman on Psychovic.
Psychovic is going to drop behind. Gamey Things is saying, look, I'm going to go defensive. This is Red Bull at its best. They're side by side. And they're close. Red Bull swap.
Sorry,
no, they're not. They're battling.
Mate. But no, Psychonauts got overtaken twice.
RDB dropping behind. Many drivers fighting down. Oh, RDB's out! And RDB's out of the race, being clipped by Stam.
He got taken out, though.
No, it wasn't taken out.
He was a passenger there.
Yeah, I wasn't
Should be a
taking out
safety
though.
car. Okay, my wrong choice of words.
It was just a feint. It was a tough accident there between the Williams and the Toro Rosso, and that's really
Well, I
is.
don't want to
sort
jinx it, but Lee's on for a podium again here. Come on,
Oh,
Lee!
you said it so early as well. Oh, Train Man almost losing it on the curb there as he starts to battle against.
Williams.
No, he wasn't taken out, Laser Lord. If he was taken out, I'd be saying it. You know I would. Sorry, got distracted by a message. Stam is now battling.
Disagreements with JB. It's the new series on this.
Lang dropping behind Sven. Sven back in the top. Sven finally taking the lead of the race here. As you see, Leewell deciding to disappear.
I personally think he was a bit unfortunate there, but
I think that I'm going to reserve judgment. I really don't. I've had that happen to me before, and I said that people took. Oh, we took out the brake board. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, just a correction on what I just said there. Laserlord put a full stop somewhere that he didn't mean to do, so I thought that he was saying that he did took it out, but RDB's car, as it had the accident, has taken out the brake marker board. That's what Laserlord is trying to say. Apologies, Laser. I misread.
Sorry, mate. Langfeld is keeping Sven honest. The DRS here is so powerful that it could keep staying in positions.
Oh, Trademark cut in the corner as well, and Langfeld will get a warning as well, as does the 69 car. This DRS, this is the problem, as
Trademan's in for an early stop. Can he last to the end on these hard tyres?
No. No.
It's got a stop-go penalty as well, by the looks of it.
Slow return for the Ferrari into pit lane. Now we're going to look at gaming things as he tries. Oh no, we're not. We're going to look at Doc Special Energy, who's side by side with Hagen, and Hagen will have to drop behind Jordan. But Jordan's going to try and stay ahead as Hagen is just struggling right now on these medium compound tyres. The mediums will come good because after about 7 laps, the soft tyres do die here at Hockenheim. Now we see Hagen looking to the inside line on Jordan. Jordan is going to have to stay wide. Hagen's not leaving him any room on the racing line. As now you see them get close together once more. But it's okay. Jordan's still in front ahead of Hagen. The DRS is a massive problem here at Hockenheim. It's as bad as it was at Silverstone, but I think Silverstone was slightly easier. Hagen taking an alternate line, which almost sent him straight into the back of the Racing Points diffuser.
Interestingly, gaming things, his tyres are going off because he's not leaving his teammate behind, but his teammate is leaving in behind. As they're trying to catch up to Clarkson now.
The biggest talk, though, is if you look at 3rd and 4th, those two, as Sven does get a time penalty, those two are on different compounded tyres, and the gap has just completely shattered. As you see, Friedrich is getting closer and closer to the back of the Toro Rosso, or AlphaTauri, whichever one you want to call it, of Lee.
Yeah, Lee's going to have to drop the position back here. Box this lap, Lee. You're just losing too much time. I don't think you can go for a 2-stop. That's my opinion.
Question now as Friedrich is going to make the move to hopefully go into P3. Does he outbrake himself coming to the hairpin? No, the 22 car does not have an accident here like in 2014. That was close on exit though.
They did have a little touch, little kiss there.
Vesely is having an absolute time of his life right now as he passes Hagen, who's just going backwards right now. A great shame for the Alfa Sauber driver.
Absolutely, but here comes Ash on Clarkson. Steve, he's going to send out the inside.
That's a bit. Oh, he's lucky. He's very lucky there because that's not an overtaking zone.
In a Daniel Ricciardo. I think he's got the inside here. I think he was telling us in a Daniel Ricciardo there.
He's heavily upset Clarkson's car by making the move there or trying to make the move there, and Clarkson just couldn't do. Top 2 into pit lane.
That's a good overtake. This should proceed. Lee's in as well. This is going to be interesting now. The Ferrari team are in. Oh, is he going to get... No, he should be alright.
Did someone get a penalty for coming into pit lane? I think Lee got a penalty for coming into pit lane too fast.
Oh, the Haas had to be held. The Haas of Langfeld was held. There and all the 2-stoppers except Gamey are not pitching.
Ben is going to drop behind Gamey at this point. Badger's going to try it, but he decides not to make a move. Oh, and they're oh so close. The Ferrari has to take to the grass just a little bit there as they almost touch. Ferrari versus Red Bull. We haven't heard this story for a long time. Oh, Sven's not happy.
No, but I don't see why he has any reason to be upset right now. I think
Lang got the penalty.
Just having a race there. And Badger Goes deep.
Oh, that's close. And it's, oh, they do touch just a little there, as Gamey is the stopper in the cork, is the stopper in the bottle right now, and Lang has been seriously held up by the Ferrari and the rest of the cars. Jordan going for a move there on Gamey. Oh, he cuts the corner just a little bit and he has to lift off. And now you see Gamey things under pressure from Dr. Special Energy as you look at the number 19 car hunting down the number insert number here.
I'm looking at number 69, which is Lang, and he just can't seem to get past right now. This is not good for him right now.
This is the follow me leader section here in
Gamey.
Oh, there's contact! And there's no damage on the back of Doc Special Energy. Why did I scream? But Doc will not be happy. He will be onto the phone to the stewards going, he brake checked me.
He was going to pits.
Yeah, I mean, Ash lagging now. Arguably, he should have made it more clear by pulling to the right-hand side, but I understand that those tyres were spent, so he had nothing left. So I wonder what the stewards would have decided on that. Sven, make your move on DJ Clarkson.
Langfell's going to get some free air now.
Sven is now making a move. He's on the back of Ash now after making a move on Clarkson. And now he's just hunting. Where's Lee in all of this? Lee has lost out massively to the top three.
Absolutely, but he's gone on to the hard tyre. He's trying to do the one stop.
Did you just punish your trigger?
Yeah. As I said, Trainman and Gamey going side by side here.
Gamey's not leaving him any room whatsoever, but it's all fair in love and war here as you look at the two drivers. Gamey in the Honda Power Unit is going to be in front for now for the Ferrari. Ferrari, though, is going to have to sit behind him. Sorry, not drop behind him. Let's see what happens.
Langfell, he's you know, this is not good for him. Sven's stuck behind a Ferrari and a Haas here, and this could help Langfell catch up. Sure.
The Red Bull under pressure, and Sven is pushed Ash into a mistake. Sorry, Ash though with DRS is able to. I mean, that's a bit of a oversight from the FIA to allow a DRS to be active off track.
Well, the FIA just want to see racing at the minute, apparently.
Oh, the FIA is useless. As we now look at Sven, looking to the inside line on Parabolica towards hairpin now. They're going to get close to the Haas. He's going to make two in two corners. And they're three wide, and they've been bumped and they're bashing. Poor Sykomich. The insurers go, oh, Ash had to come back on track at some point, and Sykomich was not giving that up. All's fair in love and war, though, as they come through towards the Mercedes first stadium. Whoa.
Look at Ash.
Ash is, I don't know if that's lag, because you saw him lagging, oh, that's lag. We saw him lagging earlier, as Trainman is still behind Gamey. He's not going to like this at all.
But Langfell's stuck in so much traffic.
Look at, whoa, big step up there from Ash in the Red Bull.
Langfell's got to make some moves, my friend.
He most definitely is. He's really stuck. This is a proper Trudy train right here, isn't it?
Yeah, and Lee Nell's miles behind these guys as well.
Well, he won't be for much longer.
He's gone to the hard tyres, so we'll see him come to the race a lot later.
Looking at Badger now, he's right in the middle of all of this. He has a time penalty now with DRS opening. He's going to get past Clarkson.
Yeah, but what will Langfell do? Will he just sit back and wait?
I think Lang is going to...
Got big damage. Big damage on Lang.
Let's have a look on the front wing of the GP2 driver. Can't really see it from this angle. But how damaged is the nose? Sykomich passed by Ash as they run down into it. Lang looking to make a move. There is a lot of damage on that car. And it's a torpedo move into the Williams. I'm okay with it. As they go side by side once more. And the Haas is through. Clarkson took to the grass that time.
The damage is nowhere near as bad as the other one. I've just seen the shots.
More contact on Clarkson. He's lost the wing too.
That was Racing Point damage.
There's damage on Clarkson and on Dr. Special Energy.
Well, Sykomich let his teammate through. No, I think he should do it. I think you can't really get angry at that at this point because they're not racing each other.
They're on different strategies. Sykomich can make the choice now whether he lets his teammate through or not. I believe, knowing Mitch, he will realise that his teammate's on a different strategy and let him through. But the wing damage with Lang is definitely going to hurt him. So what you don't want,
there's not too much damage on there. If you see
he's lost an end plate, which is the same as what Trainman had. Look at where Trainman is now.
I guess so he is missing an end plate, my bad. Trademan though, he was able to deal with it, he boxed prematurely and he's gone to the hard tyres. Lang's still got decent pace here.
Move for the lead of the race. Stand to the inside line on Friedrich. Friedrich having to get out of the way of the steaming Williams, and the Williams a little bit slow on exit, and they touch. Friedrich, though, is going to drop behind him. No damage on the car.
Sykovich just dropped behind his teammate. He saw the right on the wall. However, Badger's thinking, I'm going to get the inside of you, Sykovich. Is Sykovich going to lose a position? Nope. No.
Sector 2, yellow flags. It's Stam on Friedrich. Friedrich's off.
It's Friedrich.
I think Friedrich tried to make a move into the impossible overtaking zone, and that's resulted.
No wing damage on the Renault though. If I was the Renault now, I'd probably box, just onto the hard tyres.
Dr. Special Energy on the back of Vesely. Dr. Special Energy with wing damage as well. There's a few drivers now with wing damage, especially on the alternate strategy.
Let's see how much time Langfeld loses to Ash here.
Alternate strategy, this will be interesting to see what happens in this race if we look forward to a few more laps of racing here in Hockenheim. Already one virtual safety car, and that was on lap 1. Drivers that have been lost in this race that shall hopefully stop Special Energy Pits returning next week, RDB and GA.
Mate, Langfeld lost about 6/10 though in that third sector.
And Lang's on fresher tyres. That really shows that front wing is needed at this track. Badger to the inside of Sykovich, making a dive bomb move, and it does work out. But Sykovich is going to try and come back at him. New Dad Vesely, though, he's going to look to overtake these guys as well. Look at the move on the Mercedes with the overspeed for the double DRS. He's going to try and pass one. Can he make it two?
Look at what Sykovich is doing. Sykovich in the slipstream of Badger.
Come out. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's doing it. It's too close. Have they all got through unscathed? And they have! I think
Sykovich lost the position. Lee's in this! Look at Lee!
Vesely is not helping, did not help Sykovich out there at all, did he?
Sykovich, yeah, look how much time Langfeld's losing. Box. I think that should be the call from the Haas team.
Lee now enjoying his turn in the traffic right now, hopefully aiming not to have his race ruined by anyone else or ruined by himself. As Dr. Clarkson, DJ Clarkson, goes to try and battle his teammate. In fact, though, there is a doctor in the mix, and he is in the house. It is Dr. Special Energy looking to pass Clarkson. He's on the back of him, but chooses not to.
Well, he's got Clarkson's got his teammate in front of him vitally. Unfortunately for Chris, he's at the back of the track. I think he's had another issue because look how close Sven is to the back of Friedrich now.
Looking at the back of Sven now in the Ferrari, looking to the inside line. This is going to be a simple move because obviously Friedrich knows that he's on an alternate strategy. He's on 6 laps older tyres to the Swede in front now, and he knows that he can't race him.
No. I wouldn't be surprised if we see those medium runners box soon.
Oh, there's a lot of battles here. Lee now looking to the outside line on Vesely. Vesely is going to stay there just for now. Vesely's going to be aware that he is there. Sector 1 yellow flags, and top base is out.
Yeah, turn 1.
Treacherous turn 1 here, and even in the dry, I mean, that's showing some serious problems here. So we look upon Lee now, who's trying to he's got the speed on Vesely right now, but Vesely's got it where he needs it on the straights, and Lee said right up round over those horrendous curves. They're not fun to go over. I went over a curve like that in a kart recently, and I swear I popped my back.
Langfeld is currently backing up.
He is. He's trying to help his teammates out a little bit, but he's not really doing the best. Look at the dirty air effect though on Lee now, as he really struggles, as we've been on board for too long. Badger to pit lane.
Badger. Which is surely just a pit stop. Yeah, and the Sykovich is in as well, so yeah, just to make the pit.
Lang, sorry, with a penalty. Lee luckily cuts into 1, no penalty though for the British driver as he sits on the back of the Norwegian driver. In front.
Is Vesely Norwegian, is he?
Vesely's Norwegian, yes.
I can't predict the top 3 in it. I know that Sven's got the win in the bag at this point because his numerous rivals have both had terrible stints. Not of their own accord, though.
The question will be Vesely to the inside line on Lang, and Lang, the other Norwegian, is going to have to let him through with the wing damage. Sorry to interrupt you.
Because I think Sven's going to have to break the pit stop gap between him and Lee.
The thing is right now is that and I did this last night, I said we can't predict the top 3 right now round here until we see what it's like after the medium runners pit. And we're getting towards that phase where the medium runners are going to have to pit soon. Look at Lee on the hard compound tyres. He's so much faster than Lang, but Lang, granted, has wing damage. Look at the outside line. Lee has to be aware he's in the final sector where the pit lane is. If Lang decides to pit this lap, he's got to be out of the way. So Lang holding to the inside, and there he does pit.
The Lee will say thank you for the DRS, buddy, and He won't.
Is it double detection? Will he get DRS into the second point here? Through turn 1? Oh god, how does he not? Yeah, yep. He does. Double detection, okay.
And the Lang fell there with the wing change.
So Lang's new nose.
He also had a 5-second stop go.
Oh.
So it's not going to help him.
He's going to drop behind Doc's special energy, I believe he is, as we try and keep an eye on his
teammate.
Psychomich is passing him. Where's Lang? Is he out of the pit box yet? He is not out of the pit box, so he's going to drop further and further behind. Where's Chris? Chris is coming through turn 1 now.
Come on, Chris.
Oof, I really just had a small heart attack because I thought I'd been kicked out of the lobby.
Credit to Chris there for keeping going.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen. We're going to have a safety car in a minute and loads of people pit. Please no Pantarino. As we look back more at Doc's special energy on the back of Hagen. Hagen, who's been featured a lot on today's stream.
Fair enough.
So we will see what happens if the two number 19s come together. Friedrich to pit lane. No, this will be an interesting watch. Alex, can you watch the medium runners as they pit now?
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. Friedrich in, Friedrich out. Very simple. Ash in. Ash out.
So, okay, let's just talk about this for a second. Langfell was in the top 3 before the wing damage. With this wing damage, you can feasibly say, unless he's got some serious pace, which he normally does, he's well outside of the top 3 right now. So is the top 3 Friedrich, Stam, Sven and Lee? Or is the top 3 Stam, Sven and Lee? Or is Friedrich in that?
It depends whether it's Strayman's tires keep going. Gaming things isn't out of the question.
There is many questions. That's why this track's great, because you don't know who's going to win the race until the end, unless it's, you know, Lewis Hamilton.
It depends whether Gaming and Uka Trainman's tires will stay.
Whoa, Hagen! Catching the car nicely!
Sorry, Verstetti and Badger side by side. Verstetti goes deep, and that's going to allow Badger to get the better exit there, unfortunately. Verstetti trying way too hard at the minute.
Psychomich on the move, and Dr. Special Energy also trying to make a move. It's all kicking off now. Gap at the top is 0.8 seconds. What will happen? Pardon?
That was certainly the way Jeff normally says it. Gap behind is 0.2 seconds.
Oh. I wonder what you're talking about. I was about to lose my mind because you insult me by calling me an autonomous machine that really doesn't work. But anyway, look at Sven as he closes up now to the Greek driver of Stam.
Sven's got good straight line speed.
Whoa, that's a bit of a mistake! He didn't expect to overtake, did he?
He's not very deep there. That's going to just help Lee now out a little bit.
Oh, his brakes definitely. He's definitely sitting there thinking, I swear my brakes worked there last lap.
Did he? He didn't hit the wall, did he? No.
No, he didn't hit the wall, but he's going to be. The suit's going to be a different colour for a moment.
Imagine if he did just go straight into the wall. That would have been heartbreak. Here comes Vasily though.
That's a proper brake failure, that isn't it?
Vasily versus Badger, round 2. Will Vasily this time brake at the correct time? Yes, just about. Yeah, you got the job done.
No, Badger's trying to come back. Up and underneath.
Carbon copy of last lap.
So the Mercedes can follow. Hagen and Special Energy are still fighting. That's battle 472. That's not an overtaking zone. I don't know how many times I have to say that.
Yeah, but drivers have gone for it, mate. You've been saying it, but they're still pushing for it.
Way! That's wise.
This battle for P8 is so enthralling right now.
Why is everybody cursing Lee in the chat? The clouds are rolling in, though. I don't think so.
It won't rain. It won't rain.
Anyway. We wouldn't get decent things like that, would we?
No, but here comes Vasily now battling once again with Badger. I think these guys could battle all race, mate.
They really could. This is battle 372 between the Williams and the Mercedes.
Meanwhile, the two Red Bulls are closing in on Trademan, so Trademan's tyres are shot.
Would you say that he's running on rims at this point? Or is he running on rails?
Oh, go away. Here comes this Vasily too far back this time.
He's way too far back this time round. He's going to have to wait one more lap. He had a pretty poor
Is he going to channel
sector.
Sven? No, but he's got as close as he possibly could.
I don't think Sven wanted to channel Sven at that point, did you?
No, I think he defecated in his suit.
I think he might need a change of pants.
The Red Bulls are doing a really good job here, keeping together.
Whoa! Lots of ash.
I'll just say,
lots of lag from that, sorry.
can you admire this strategy from the Red Bulls? Like, it's not for the lead. They're just trying to get up the field. Can you admire this sort of?
You're trying to catch me up from last week. I can see. Oh wait, can't answer that right now because Sven is up into the top of the lead right now. There's lots of lag though off Sven. Oh, I hope this isn't how it started like yesterday. Sven is into the lead now of the race ahead of Stam. So Stam's tyres.
I'll just let you know, I'm not doing. As I said, I'm not doing this for no reason, but I can't see any lag.
Yeah, I think it's just my internet fluctuating a little bit because it might be raining outside because it does. They swap positions now.
Yeah.
I think that's just down to different strategies.
I'm just saying, where do you draw the line here? Because do you think this is a decent strategy from the Red Bulls? Perhaps like saying.
Well, the thing with me, I'm not sure what they're effectively doing. I don't know. I mean, I know that it looks more like they're battling more than anything else. And you see, there's almost contact there. So the question is this down to lag that game is setting through, or is it down to...
The city got past Badger, by the way.
I'm not giving you the answer that you want, are you? Psychobitch battling with DJ Clarkson.
I don't think in this situation it's a bad thing. I think they're trying to get better up. I think they're trying to get better.
I think this is down to tyre life, though. Look at Gaming Things tyres versus look at Ashes. Gaming Things has checked and said that Where's
Stam going to come out?
Stam's going to come out, I think. I don't know, where is he? He's dropped behind Lee. Lee in the second place now. Stam released. He's going to be third. Stam is third. Oh no, he's going to be close. It's going to be really close, but there's lag off Stam. At least on my screen.
No, that's just you, mate.
I think it's just on my screen. I hate this game.
Anyway, in Friedrich now, we can smell a podium.
Friedrich is difficult to overtake, though, isn't he? He's shown us so many times this season.
What I'm saying is, could Lee win this race based on the fact that
oh god, there's even more curses for Lee. I'm not doing it, Carol. Don't be mad at me.
No, but I'll ask you a general question. Do you think Lee could to win this race if he manages his tyres correctly?
No.
He's going to the end. He's
got 5 more laps on those tyres. You saw how difficult Sven was suffering. Look at Trayman, he's got 3 more laps on those tyres. They will pit and go for, if they can make it, they'll pit and go for the soft tyres, if not medium tyres once more.
Then why go for the hard in the first place?
Just alternate strategies, just trying to hope that there are safety cars. It's fine.
I think Lee's going to push to the end.
I don't think Lee will. I don't think Lee's stupid enough.
Well, we'll find out. And if he does, you just call Lee stupid.
I call Lee stupid all the time. You haven't seen the admin chat.
He's probably say a lot more things in the admin chat. He's catching Sven, which I find quite funny.
He is catching Sven, but this is around the point as well when the when the medium tyres start to go off as well. So Sven will be travelling to pit lane once more. So will Lee. So Stam's in the net P1.
There's no, I don't know. I think you're wrong. I think Lee's going to try.
People in the chat, people who have done practice because I haven't. Do you think? Wow, Dot Special Energy is getting away from cutting turn 1 a lot. Do you think we'll see Lee to pit lane once more?
If Sven's made 14 laps in the mediums, Lee can definitely do 27.
But no, because we saw Jurgen joined. How did Jurgen join?
Is he a regular driver here, or?
I believe he is.
Bit late to the party, but...
Okay, people are saying Lee can go to the end. Sven to pit lane. I still don't think Lee will go to the end.
I think we'll see Lee go to the end, but there you go. We're not putting money on it just in case. But Sven's in. Where will Sven come out? Just in front of his teammate.
We actually sparked off a load of chat in the chat now. Stam, no, not fan. Stam is the fastest man in track. I can't talk now, can I? He is gonna. I don't think Lee will win this race. If Lee does get towards the end, it's gonna be on the absolute rims of those tyres. He'll be running 2013 rubber, which will probably explode.
Tyres go bang bang for Lee now.
From the Moon Moon. Yeah, not from the Moon Moon, because Moon Man's at work right now.
Goodbye, Moon Man.
I hate that song.
It's a good song. You don't like Rick and Morty, do you?
I like Rick and Morty.
It's not David Bowie.
Yeah, I'm sure it's David Bowie, isn't it?
Is it?
It sounds like David Bowie to me. The Red Bulls are swapping positions. I think they're fighting. They're definitely fighting for me.
Buzz has got a bit of facility again. You're getting stronger.
As we look at the Red Bull, they're fighting. Look at the moves that Jamie's trying to pull on the Red Bull. He's had enough of finishing behind Ash. He wants to get in front now. That's not how he's in front.
I'm going to Google Goodbye Moonman.
I'm sure it's by David Bowie. It sounds like David Bowie.
I like Bowie, so...
I don't like him. He was banned in my house for years. He was banned. My mum didn't like him, so he was banned. So I sort of just developed a not like for him, and I just can't get over it. Lap 23 out of 34 here, with 12 laps to go of racing at this point. Lee is our leader, ahead of Stam in P2 and Sven in P3, but he's going to be charging. Friedrich in P4, Trainman in P5, Ash in P6, and Gaming Things in P7. Badger's in P8, though he's about to join in with the Red Bull battle.
Jermaine Clement.
Is it? I do apologise.
Anyway, here comes the Red Bulls. Well, they're going to swap again. Thing is, though, they're not when they go for overtakes, they're not really battling each other. You can see that Ash just went through.
Well, I think it's because they are teammates. They don't want to. But it's clear Ash is pushing. He's got no ERS left.
It's not special energy though. Who's going to get there? Who's going to get last point? Will Langfell score a point in this race?
There's lots of discussion in the chat now. I wonder what strategy is going to be, but Lee is right under pressure now from the Williams of Stam, the Greek driver.
If he's going to box, he should box now just for mediums.
He stays out, and that may be the call that is starting to suffer, as there's the Ferrari of Sven coming to play. I think we'll see a last lap battle between Sven and Stam, or maybe a last 11 lap battle between Sven and Stam. Who knows what will happen in this race? We still have time to go.
All I know is that Lee will give it everything.
Do you reckon he's on the radio going, France, I want everything. I want everything.
Yeah,
give me everything, even engine modes.
And anyway, here comes Stam in the Williams.
Oh, there's lag on my end, so I can only apologise.
No, I saw that too.
Stam's
got deep!
Stam going deep. Lee on traction, getting more power than the Williams. That's not difficult, but the Williams is looking very strong at this point. And they're going to get closer and closer, and hopefully they're well behaved. Stam is really risking that. That was off track though. He was over the white lines. And Lee is compromising again. This is exactly what we saw earlier on in the race with Hagen. They're compromised, and he hits him just a little bit on the nose. Lee's lucky to keep that wing.
Lee may as well box.
May I say, mic drop for saying that Lee would not make it to the end.
He's to stay out.
Lee, for God's sake, I'm winning for once.
You can still defend from Friedrich though.
Whoa, can he? Because tell you what, Lee might actually still get up there with the penalties. So Sven's got about 7.
I'll have a look at how he's doing for penalties.
Looking at now, we should see a move. This will be a very simple move. Lee has 2 himself, does he?
Stam's got none, and Sven's got 2.
So Sven is going to try and battle with Lee. They know they will have penalties. Sven to the inside line at the hairpin. Lee having to make the move on the outside, and it's going to stuck behind to Lee, dropping behind Sven. But at this point, I think Lee will take a podium. As we look back at Dr. Special Energy, using all of his special BWT power on Psychobus to the inside line, as David has to get out the way.
Look at the Williams! I thought we sat at the back of gamey things there, Badger. And this is allowed for Stilly to go through.
When did these guys all turn up? Vesely, that's a dangerous position for the Norwegian to be in. Oh, and how they didn't touch, I do not know.
And Ash got the better there, and Vasili's been taken out wide. That could allow Gamey to put his nose in. Oh my god!
How close do you want to get, gents? And Lee has dropped off a country mile from everyone else. Lee, I've got to say, Lee needs to pit now.
It's going to be one more time. I would say this battle for 6th to 8th, mate. This is going to be a battle. I think this is just going to continue on through time.
The worst part is though now, because if Red Bull were doing that strategy as you were saying, then they've got a bit of a problem in front of them, which happens to be a big German car, and the big German car's home race, as Jürgen Bell does leave.
It's going to be an interesting one, though. Here comes Vasily on Ash. Is he going to go for the braking? No, he's still better of it. He knows he's going through the parabolica. He'll get a better chance.
Eyes front now, as we look at Vesely.
Eyes
Ash
front,
pulling the outside.
If anyone knows that reference, you're the best.
I wasn't here. I wasn't listening. Sorry.
I said eyes front soldier.
Do I know that?
You should know it. You should know it. You've seen it.
Have I?
Doctor Who.
Who said that?
Amy.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
To Mr. Rory.
Oh.
Mr.
I like
Williams.
it. He's really nice in real life. Just to go completely off topic, he's really nice in real life. He's actually one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met.
Lee isn't boxing. Lee isn't boxing.
Oh. This the fall. Because his tyres are 10
Stan's
laps
finally got
older.
a penalty. Stan has finally got that penalty.
Well, we weren't waiting for him to get a penalty, in fairness. We were hoping he wouldn't.
He had 2 warnings, so, yeah.
Well, yeah, it's easily done. The question will come, what will happen now?
Vasili's got the better of Ash. I didn't see that happening. As soon as he's talking about Irish Front Soldier. Can he get the better, though?
Question now, there's contact between the Ferrari and the Williams, and Sven, if the lag is as bad as I'm seeing, Sven could probably complain saying that Stam's lag was too bad. But then again, we don't know if it's Stam's lag himself or if it's the game's lag, because the game has been horrendously bad recently with lag. Ergo last week, when a guy who can stream the series, stream in the race, absolutely fine, gets kicked out of the lobby. Thanks, Codemasters. I know where you live.
Do you? Birmingham?
I do, actually. I've actually, I went to a date, and we went to a VR place, and they pointed out to me, they said literally across the road was the offices for Codemasters.
Birmingham.
Not kidding.
It's in Birmingham, though.
It is Birmingham, I know exactly where it is. These are nothing move. Actually, in time penalty now in P7. Penalties can still shape this race, though. That is the question of what will happen. Still 7 laps left.
Badger's on the back of this still, I forgot that. Badger's still cooking here, and he's not pushing away from Ash.
Roast Badgers, actually. I don't know if I tried Roast Badger, actually. Aren't they protective?
I don't know. But Ash is now going to get DRS there. He's going to get closer and closer to the back of Vasily. He's not out of this one. I think there's a fight between these two brewers.
Whoa! Big late corner there from Vesely.
Got him a bit of distance though here, but he's still going to get the DRS. Ash still going to get the DRS.
I think that Gamey's tyres are going to start to expire soon, and Badger's going to have the better run on him soon.
Like spoilt milk.
If you're talking spoiled milk, look at Trainman's tyres.
Yeah, I think Lee's going to try and do what Trainman's doing, mate.
Inside line for Badger, and it's the move on Gamey things that we've been waiting for, and the Williams is through. The gap at the top, though, that's getting fun. There's a lot of disconnecting from Stam. I wonder if Sven will complain.
Not on my end. At
the minute, that's the thing.
Stan has given us everything, isn't he?
There's 2.
Nothing there, mate.
I don't know. I'm seeing it from different sides. I think it's just. Is it raining? I don't know. Rain affects mindset temperamental.
Look how close Ash has got to Vasily for 6th. This fight is not over.
Trainman pits. That is. If he can still make it. He's
going fastest lap. If he can even get the top 10.
He can make it to the end on these sides. Move for the lead, potentially. No, deciding not to on Sven having to bail out of the move on Stam in the hairpin. We are in the 29th tour of this track. And look, okay.
Trainman is just outside the top 10, so she wants to go for fastest lap.
That's a dramatic drop as Hagen pits as well. Lee, oh, this is tense between Lee and Friedrich. Actually, inside line on Vistili. And Vesely is going to have to get out of the way.
Ash wants his top 5 for Red Bull, doesn't he? Ash
is, again, disconnected on my screen. I'm not sure that. Whoa, hassling him. Vesely going for the move in a place you can't make the move. And they do touch. They touch.
That wasn't Ash's fault there. That was just
no. That's the nature of that corner, though. That's much like Brooklyn's at Silverstone. Bringing it back. They have to. It's much later than you think, the apex.
Which one's Brooklands?
Just after the Wellington Straight. Before Luffield.
Which one's the Wellington Straight?
The first big long straight.
Oh, I thought it was a hanger straight, my bad.
No, the hanger straight's after Cops. The hanger straight's after Cops and Magson Beckett before Stone.
I know what you're about. Yeah, but now Badger is the one that's going to try to get that Ash. Friedrich's closing Lee now, but Lee could still get a podium here. I'm checking the penalties.
Looking at Trainman now. Trainman looking to overtake Clarkson. Ooh. There's a moment there.
2 penalties each. 2 penalties each.
So whoever's in front at the end of the line will be on the podium. Trainman is attacking Clarkson, but it seems like there's a little judder, like maybe a misfire from the Ferrari engine at this point, trying to give substance to why Trainman was struggling in this race, apart from the wing damage early on. Now
Not been the best race for Trainman, is it?
No, it hasn't been, but this is a recovery drive for the ages as he looks to the inside line.
Glory last week, and this week he's battling for 3 points if he gets fast as that.
Chris can with time penalty, not last though for Chris. So that's an achievement for most people at their home races. Ash is battling Badger. Badger bouncing over the curbs.
Ash doesn't want to give this up, does he?
Ash does not want to give it up, no, not on those tyres. And I think Lee, to be honest, because he started driving like this too, Lee's going to drive the widest Toro Rosso on planet Earth.
Friedrich's not catching.
This is a situation to see who's prepared the car the most. Lee might not have pushed his entire first stint, knowing that he would run these tyres late.
Second.
Trainman's out of the top 10 again. Was that a mistake?
A mistake. Yeah, definitely.
Badger time penalty.
Just to remind you, this is only the second stint. He hasn't done 2 pit stops.
That's what I'm saying. He should. Did he not push hard in his first run on those tyres?
Sort of cut you off, mate. Ash is under some serious pressure now. Here comes the Williams, the Badger in the DRS. He's at the inside. He's got the better rim on the track. Ash, though, can he defend from Vestini? Badger had some serious pace there, and Ash is going to try and cut the inside here.
Yeah, he messed up the braking a lot there, did Badger, and Gary's going to have to think, right, this guy's coming at me again. The Frenchman is back on him. And Hagen's the fastest man on track in 15th.
Could he rip that away from Trainman? That would be terrible.
That would be salt in the wound for the Ferrari, wouldn't it?
Badger's got one tire on the grass, got a bit wide, it's going to allow. Trainman's got another penalty as well. Yeah, so difficult right now, isn't it?
It is. Now questions will be held as we come into the last few moments of the race. And it's 1.4.
Yeah, Friedrich's catching. Lee will defend it with all his might though, won't he?
Lee, they've got similar ERS. Lee having a bit more than Friedrich to play with. Maybe that's because of the Honda power unit giving the Renault a little bit of a run for its money. How quickly on the straight? Oh no, I think Lee's tyres are gone. Look at that, he gained 3 temps in that corner. In the twisty bit that's coming out, this is going to get very difficult.
He's going to try and defend though, isn't he? He's got to defend with his mind.
He will. He'll know that he's got penalties.
He's going to be sad that... Vestini's got the better of Ash, and Vestini might get the better of Badger. The DRS is so strong going into Parabolica. Look at this. The Mercedes go through Badger. Ash is almost on the back of Badger.
Oh, Ash has tipped Badger into Vesely, who tipped Badger into Ash, who tipped everyone into everyone.
You're right. Look at these gap.
The time is coming, and unfortunately, I'm going to have to say that Ash he made another attempt at the torpedo move, and it didn't work. Because the 39 car of Gamey is going to look to try and pass his teammate, the 19 car. That's the 19s. Yeah, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. He'll be happy for 4th though, won't he? Yeah, he's only got 2 more tours, so if those tyres don't blow up, he's got a chance.
We say this as if he's already conceding 3rd. He's going to give it everything he's got. It's a lot easier to catch here than it is to overtake. That's for sure.
The old man from Lincolnshire is going to try and defend from the young man from somewhere in Norway.
Switch.
Oh, my phone's ringing.
Switch.
Go away.
What's your ringtone bit?
Yeah, it's Spider-Man. As we're looking at Lee, he is dropped behind him.
He's got the MCU Spider.
Far From Home's rendition. The orchestral side. No, it's the trainer one. Now as we see Ash going things, trying to pass his teammate. Ash isn't giving up any positions now. He's had enough of finishing behind people. He's going to try and finish ahead of one person, and he wanted to be his teammate today. Gamey on 25 lap worn tyres. Oh, they touched because of lag. And Gamey to the inside line, torpedoing, and deciding that the torpedo didn't work there. No one stuck their battleship this time. Lee's close.
Friedrich's made a mistake.
No, Lee's made 1-2. I wonder, is Lee hoping that Friedrich... Can you imagine if Friedrich got another time penalty right at the end?
Well, Lee could still catch up using the DRS at the Parabolic.
I don't think so. Lee's running on rims at this point. You can see the graining on the tyres. I think that's all she wrote for Mr. Carroll.
Mr. Carroll won't give up though, will he? He'll give it everything he's got.
Oh, goodness, no, you know. But the gap is not closing. Well, it's closing, actually. There's a lot of lag coming off the lobby right now. Lee's thinking about it. We're on the last lap of the race. Badgie had a P5 as he passes Vesely. Friedrich has penalties, so does Lee. That is the question.
Done the same penalties, mate.
Vesely and Badger side by side into Parabolica. Now to hairpin. Red Bulls in the background, side by side. Who's going to come out on top there? It's Gamey. No, Ash torpedoing in. They make contact, as so often Red Bulls have done in the past.
Unfortunately, he's got to concede this one, mate. But Stam comes across the line to win the German Grand Prix. Sked in second with a penalty. Will Friedrich get a penalty in the last corner? Just looking doubtful.
Lee's run up wide as now they're coming through the final corner. On Friedrich's penalties, no penalties involved. Friedrich is third, Lee fourth though. A brilliant result for the man who started third. A little bit disappointed he will be, but still he did well.
The city's going to finish fifth on circuit, but penalties will come into it, that's for sure.
The Red Bulls, Ash will drop behind his teammate on harder worn tyres. Ash overcooked those tyres for a monster. Trainman will finish 9th. Trainman finished 8th, correction.
Ash, Gamey jumped Badger as well. What a result for Gamey at the end of that.
Well done to both of them who did well. But our winner tonight in the Williams is Stam. And that's a big blow to Trainman's championship hopes.
It is, but also Lee now. He's got a drama, isn't it? If it was a lap less, he could have possibly held on.
It is very interesting to see what the drivers will say at the end of it. But Lee said the tyres were nearly 90%, he couldn't fight back. Friedrich saying, well, that was a good fight. But Stam is our winner tonight. And I wonder if this is the charge of Williams in the final final few races of the season. Because I've actually found out finally when the season ends. This season ends on the 15th of December as we look at the podium there. One Swede, one Norwegian, and one Greek driver.
So we'll be out of SFR before the year is done?
Well, we will see what happens as we look at it. I want to put all three of them using the same avatar. No, they're not. Friedrich.
Congratulations, though. It's nice to see Williams on the top spot. That's for sure. Congratulations to Stan. What a race that was, JB.
Truly was. Really was insane. Great racing from start to finish. Now, here are the results. Barring any issues and investigations, and by lap 1, I believe we might see a few. Stam wins the race from Sven in P2, Friedrich in P3. Lee now is in P4, ahead of Vesely in P5. Gaming Things in P6, Badge is in P7. Trainman fighting back to P8. Well done to him for improving on his qualifying position. Lang will finish in P9 ahead of Ash in P10 outside of the points. Clarkson finishing in P11. Sykovich in P12 and Dr. Pessinesi in P13. Chris finishing in P14. Well done to him for not finishing last ahead of Hagen who finished last. Drivers who didn't make it to the end of the race. Topics, RDB and GA did not make it to the end of this Grand Prix.
Trainman also will gain an extra point for fastest lap, so congratulations.
Of course. Well done. As now we head
he actually
forward.
left the session like an absolute melon, so have to deal with the the party chat stuff.
Well, I'm still waiting for the 60 seconds to count now. I don't care. Well, that was insane. That really was, actually. I quite enjoyed that. Germany always throws up good races.
Getting me saying he had to avoid the crashing McLaren, that being GA. He could have had a big podium today, but it wasn't to be.
One Manuel Correa likes my comment on his Instagram.
One Pablo Montoya?
No, one Manuel Correa, the driver that was caught in the incident alongside Antoine Hubert.
I don't know who that is, but commiserations.
He's the gentleman who crashed and...
the other guy?
Yeah, the other guy. Yeah.
Jesus. Was he the one that went upside down, or was Hubert who went upside down?
Hubert went upside down. Anyway, who are we inviting? We're inviting, not Sam, because he doesn't do interviews. Who is it? Friedrich? That's who we're getting. No, Stam doesn't do interviews. Well, I haven't invited Sven yet. Let's get this party started. Announcement. 16 players can now join a party. Thanks, update. Thanks for telling me now midway through the stream. Where is Sven? Oh, it's already started because GA's already replied to gaming things in the chat. This is about to get punchy. Hopefully the admins are getting ready. Am I hinting enough? Friedrich has joined us. We will get to them in a moment. Once I find Sven. That guy Sven is on my friends list somewhere. Where is he? Where is he? Oh god. Yeah, give me a second. I'm having to type it. Where is it? Where is it? I'm sure I got it on my friends. That guy Sven has an invite to him. And we will leave. What car won the race? Williams won the race, yeah. So, as we... Oh, what's the announcement then? Let's just read this.
GA using experimental language in the group chat.
I don't think it's experimental. I think we all know what that is.
Giving updates to the fans watching drivers' opinions. It's always fun.
Yeah, I don't like looking at them. So, we have sent an invite to Sven. And we will wait to see whether he can join us. But in that time, shall we have a chat with the man from Norway?
I'll let you lead this one. I did last week, so...
Okay. Friedrich, back on the podium. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, actually. Feels really good.
Now, it wasn't without trauma, though. You did actually have to battle this time, didn't you?
I did. I really did. Obviously sorry to Stam for kind of rear-ending him into turn like 5 once. Hope I obviously didn't ruin his race completely, but it was kind of scary. And the battle against Lee, when I came out on my new hards, I really struggled to gain too much time. He was really fast in sector 2, and I was a lot faster than him in sector 3, basically on every single lap. But yeah, I knew that Lee's tires were like 9 laps older than mine, so I kind of had to just keep my race clean and hope that his tires would start to fade towards the end, and they kind of did, so I was able to catch up with him.
Apologies for the screen going blue just for a moment, because I just got a rather wonderful invite. So yes, the invite has been sent now to Sven. In that race, do you think you could have done anything better? Were the hards as good as they say they were in the end, or do you think you should have gone for a different compound of tires?
I mean, I think for me personally that was the right decision, because I'm really struggling with the softs. They're overheating way too fast, and I don't feel like I have the pace that's needed in order to go soft, medium. I felt way more comfortable on the medium hard, and that's what I decided to go for.
Looking forward to next week. Are you going to enjoy the run at the Hungaroring, or is it a race that you'd rather not go to?
I'm not sure actually. I haven't put down too much time to practice yet, so I guess I'll see in a week's time how I feel.
And Alex, any questions for the man who finished in P3?
No, I don't have any questions. I just want to say you sound incredibly like Nico Hulkenberg.
Well, compliment, I guess. At least I've been able to do some podiums, so...
Yeah, at least he made it to the podium in a Renault as well. Ooh!
Well,
no, yeah, congratulations, mate. P3.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
And yeah, hopefully we can see you on P1 one day.
He won a race.
Had a P1, so...
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay, in the future.
Yeah, hopefully, once again.
Forget me. Forget me.
All fine.
I've met Nico Hulkenberg. He's really nice.
I didn't say he wasn't. I just said that Friedrich sounded like him. He's a really nice guy.
See, I don't hear it because I hear Friedrich and I hear Friedrich. So
that's how it's supposed to be.
Moving away from Norway.
What race did you win? What race did you win? Hang on.
Austria.
Oh, I was here. That was last week.
No, it wasn't. Silverstone was last week.
Oh,
don't take my win away from me, Alex. We've been through this.
Oh my god, I need a break.
Alex needs a holiday. On that note, let's move away. Congratulations, Friedrich, on P3. Now let's go to P2. Sven, again, if your voice isn't set to share, I'll just paraphrase for you because it's late. That race was more difficult than you expected, wasn't it? Sorry, coughing. Sven saying if you can't hear him, I will paraphrase this. It'd be a pain if you can hear him. Sven just said that he had a race that was a little bit more difficult than he would have liked. He said there was a bit of lag, and that's what we were saying in commentary. So it did translate to on track. So it wasn't just my bad internet working up. Without the lag, do you think you could have battled harder with the Williams? Well, so Sven just saying that he feels that he was impeded by the lag of the car, but he enjoyed the battle nonetheless. Will you be taking that to the stewards though and questioning the lag? Sven saying that he chooses not to take it to the stewards this week. I mean, maybe if it continues further on, he might change his mind, but we shall see. Looking forward to next week. Are you going to enjoy the Hungaroring, or is it one that Ferrari can't get the maximum points at? So Sven saying that he thinks it'll be a fun race. Sector 2 is incredibly technical, so he's looking to have some fun there at Hungary. You often say, though, you and your brother often say that you, believe you say it's Trainman. He's more fluid at the technical track. So you, do you still agree with that? Ah, okay. So Sven saying that he believes that that the track will suit him rather than his teammate, because I got it wrong that his teammate prefers the more open and wide tracks, like say I'd say Mexico. I think he'd enjoy Mexico, wouldn't he? So Mexico confirmed to be one of Trainman's favourites. We'll be heading there later on in the season. But nonetheless, congratulations on P2. As always, good to see you up there after last week's disappointment. Had to bring that up. Okay, so that's the podium done. Obviously, we would have Stam in here, but congratulations to him nonetheless for winning the race.
Didn't even ask Connor to ask a question. But
would you like to have a chat with Sven?
No, just say congratulations, mate. Well done, good job, and you know.
Sven saying that it feels better than last week to have congratulations from Alex rather than in the party chat rather than in the chat of the stream. But nonetheless, Alex, back to you. This was incredible. It was a really good race, wasn't it?
It was a thriller in Hungary, that's for sure. Hungary?
You're getting above the board. We're going there next week, remember?
I need to go to bed.
You do. Go to bed, yeah.
It was a thriller in Germany, Hockenheim. Really good racing. I'm not looking forward to next week, though. Hungary is the worst track on the calendar. At me. So, there you go.
I will have words with him later, because Hungary is not bad, it's just not fun. No, but
the only reason you like it is because it was Jensen Button's first win.
No.
No?
I do like it that it was Jensen's first win, but I also like it because he's given us some good racing in the past.
Not this year, though. Ooh.
This year's. So, anywho, off all of that subjects. SFR is not done though at Hockenheim. Tomorrow, GP2 will be taking to track. Commentary will be brought to you hopefully by James and maybe even James as well. So 2 James is possibly on commentary tomorrow.
Am I on this Thursday? It's been a while. I don't know.
Thursday, we're still training up Senna, but we're getting to the point now. We're getting ready to get Senna on streaming it. So there will be a rolling roster of who's going to be with him.
Does that mean you have Thursdays off?
I will be. I'll explain to you after the stream what's happening with him. But yes, Thursday, rejoin me, and hopefully Senna will be streaming on Thursday. Looking forward to the Premier drivers taking the track. Nonetheless, but Alex, have you enjoyed commentary again tonight?
It's been alright. I mean, I had to do it with you for an hour, so it's always stressful. But
well, it's even funnier because it's been on for an hour and a half, so your timing is wrong.
Stop bullying me.
Yeah, I will. Join us next time for SFR for more racing here at Hockenheim. Nonetheless, Alex, thank you for joining us as always.
No worries, man. Anytime.
And we'll see you next time. Have a good
Goodbye.
night, and we'll see you again soon. Ta-ra, guys.
Thank you, guys. See you guys later.